All right. It looks like we're live. Then do your thing. All right. What is up, everyone? And thank you for checking out Don't Say the F Word. We are a pro wrestling and combat sports podcast. We do not use the F word when we talk about professional wrestling. Shouldn't let your friends use it either. It's Monday. It's our WWE Raw preview show. We are going to be joined momentarily by the illegal brother-in-law Joe. Big guy Jeremy's right here. Say hi. What's up, everybody? This is his part. He's the one who's supposed to do the intro, talk about the sponsors. Oh, well then, you hold up the sticker then. Look at that, everybody. We got these really cool stickers. Came to us from the Sticker Lounge. You can use our promo code podcast15, save 15% on your new weatherproof vinyl stickers from the Sticker Lounge. Stickers are the new business card. Yeah, nobody wants to put a business card in their wallet. Who carries a wallet? I'm not even wearing pants. That's not, you shouldn't have told them that. They wouldn't have known if you didn't tell them. Very unnecessary information. Oh, look at that. Here comes Joe. We got the illegal brother-in-law Joe joining us. Let's see if he, there's no bills for Instagram. That's why we do it here. We're live here because, oh, look at that. There's Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, and little kid's there. Hey, what's up, little kid? Joe froze.
All right, there we go. All right. Be back.
Oh, there he is.
She clicked on her little text message she sent to me, showed me a picture.
Yay! Hey, look at this, Joe. Yeah, printing out our coffee with a Don't Say the F Word podcast sticker on the cup.
Hold up. Is that dishwasher safe for that sticker?
I don't know.
I guess you gotta find out,
I don't got a dishwasher, Joe.
Oh.
Hey, Jeremy washes dishes sometimes. He does a terrible job.
I just asked about dishwasher.
That's true.
Okay.
I mean, this really isn't time for the conversation, but I have ADHD, and sometimes I get distracted while I'm washing dishes, or I get bored washing spoons, and I rush through it. All right. You know what? Since you brought it up, we'll have the conversation.
Okay.
How clean does the dish really need to be, Joe? I mean, what? What are you shocked about?
Me? No.
No, him. But,
oh.
I mean, what do you mean? Are you over here eating off a dirty plate?
All right. The dish. Yes. I would say the dish, cup, whichever one you look at, has to be clean to the T, not like clean with no little stains, like from piece of sauce or anything like that left on the plate. So a little bit clean.
You've never eaten off of a clean plate, Joe.
I have. You talking about when you clean the plate,
You've never eaten from a clean plate. Every plate you have ever eaten off of has had food on it. What?
You're losing us.
All right.
Okay.
So, Mark, stand here. What I'm saying, Joe, is you've never eaten from a clean plate. You've never drank from a clean cup. It's always got something in it or on it.
Okay.
See my logic?
I see your logic now. Okay.
So, like, if you put a burger and fries on your plate with some ketchup, that plate's not clean. That plate has food on it.
You're right. Okay. I see your logic now. Okay. I see your logic now. All right.
See?
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying I want to go to a restaurant and be given a cup with lipstick on it or anything like that. I'm simply saying, in my own house, if it's,
Got a little leftover ketchup on there. It's probably okay. Maybe.
I would say if the ketchup stain like dry where it got scrubbed and you can just wipe it off with your finger, it could be clean. Like
there you go. You see, I'm glad I was able to convince you because I can't convince your sister of this at all. She's very adamant she likes for the dishes to be clean, and I clean.
okay.
We're different people sometimes, Joe.
I'll just say it like this in the nicest way. A male clean and a female clean are two different cleans.
That's very true. That's a lot like looking for stuff.
Yeah.
There's how guys tend to look for stuff and we don't do a great job. And there's how our significant others tend to look for the same thing in the exact same place and find it.
I can agree with that one. Yes, I can.
Some may say we don't do a good job looking. I think that perhaps they do a better job seeing.
Well, in my case, I got to think working in lovely retail for so long at the stores that I know where to find majority of stuff at. Even if it's the wrong brand.
I mean, makes sense. Doesn't mean I get any better at finding shit around the house, but your logic makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
All right. We had a lot of folks check us out live on Instagram last night, Joe. And I assured those folks that we were going to start off today talking about something I almost spoke about yesterday.
All right, let's hear.
And I thought that it should wait for today. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope that I am incorrect.
Okay.
But I think we have seen the last day of the new day.
I think you're right.
Now, last week I posted a post of Xavier Woods walking out with Odyssey Jones and Kofi, and I highlighted the fact that I felt like Xavier Woods had heel turn written all over his face.
Mm-hmm.
And one really cool thing about WWE right now is the devil is in the details. They leave Easter eggs and clues, and they've got long-term storytelling happening all over the place, right?
Right.
And initially, that's kind of what I thought that was. Now, I have my doubts.
Lovely. Tell Lovely about the braids coming out.
I don't know if I think Woods is going to be the one to turn heel. So that's where I turn it to you. We both think tonight is probably the breakup of the new day. But
all right,
what do you think happens?
I've been looking at this for a while, for the past 2 weeks, and if you look at the first week, well, let's go back. Let's just recap. Think about the first encounter with Kross and Xavier Woods.
Mm-hmm.
Kross kept telling Woods that he's better off without him. Then when he got better off, he kept saying, "You better off." What happens? Kofi injured his foot. I think it was his foot.
Think so.
He was out for like about a month. Let's say about at least a month. And during that time, Xavier was doing things on his own, reuniting, talking with the Alpha Academy.
Mm-hmm.
And last, when Kofi came back, he was happy. They started fighting, what they call them, AOP and Kross.
They are the Final Testament.
Final Testament. There you go, Final Testament. So, and then the Final Testament, you watch and you see how Kofi. Did
you put this right here?
Okay.
The lovely told me put it there.
All right, we'll put it right there. Okay, all right. Chop. We'll be right back, girl. Right back. Gotta love hair, y'all.
I ain't got it, Joe.
I know.
It's been a long time since I had hair.
Where was that? Oh yeah, and then when the whole Final Testament versus the New Day, that's when you got Otis, not Otis.
Odyssey Jones.
Odyssey Jones. And if you look at what?
Bobby has to put fix it.
Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Now what now about the hair, girl? Say what? Yeah, he said the rubber bands keep coming out.
They keep on breaking because it's too.
Okay, I'll get back with you in like a few minutes.
It keeps on breaking
right.
because.
Go.
Yeah.
Go. We'll get the hair fixed, girl.
Look
We're gonna get the hair
Joe,
fixed.
trying to learn how to do some hair.
All right. So, with that, the Final Testament, that's when he came out. Go! Hold on. Hey, get this guy from Mr. Girl. Okay. And then, boom, you see his face, Wood's face, all like, he's kind of shocked, but he's happy. He got help. Then you start seeing a little jealousy appear when Kofi grabbed his arm, saying thank you for the help. And they went backstage, had a little conversation, and you see more jealousy of Xavier asking about, what is this? When you gonna tell me about this? Like, he was out the loop. He didn't know nothing about it. Then the next Monday, when before the Monday, they said all three of us are gonna go against them, the Final Testament. And Kofi and Woods looked at him again and like,
and that's the match tonight.
Yeah.
The match tonight is Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and Odyssey Jones versus the Final Testament.
Yeah. And then,
now,
and Woods is looking like, we didn't discuss this. You didn't ask if I want to say, hey, let's have Jones help us out. You didn't ask. You just jumped right to it. Didn't ask. Didn't do nothing. And you can see like the more like jealous, not jealous, but kind of like, what's another term for jealousy? He was upset that he was still out the loop, and he feels like somebody taking his place.
And the graphic that WWE is using for it is Xavier Woods. It has a very serious face on him. He's making a serious look. Kofi's smiling, Odyssey is smiling, and Xavier Woods is looking real serious.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Final Testament the right catalyst for breaking up the New Day, though? They've done nothing. They have two managers, and neither one of their managers talk.
I would say this. It would be better if Otis turned on the New Day, and then Otis uses his 400 Odyssey. Thank you, Odyssey. Damn, I keep saying his name wrong. Okay, we're gonna go with Jones. We're gonna say Jones. See, I'm getting the names wrong.
There's too many monsters on Raw. Too many big guys.
Yeah. Okay. So Jones, I'm gonna call him Jones. So I don't get it wrong.
One Jones.
So Jones, my thing is this. I think Jones is gonna turn on a New Day. He's gonna show everybody what happens when they keep him on the shelf for 417 days it was. And so, so on that little big baby face he got, he really is a bad guy, a heel.
So you would book him as a heel?
I would book him as a heel just so he could have a way onto the show, and being his first target would be Kofi and the New Day. Kofi and Xavier Woods. Are
you aligning him with Final Testament?
I'm not aligning with Final Testament. I'm aligning him being somebody that was on sideline, upset, mad, and needed a legit reason to be on the show. His legit reason to be on the show, he seen Kofi injured. He said, hey, let me help you train you, get back in shape at the Performance Center. I think that's where they met at.
Mm-hmm.
And while he was there, he was talking. Let's just say they were talking about whatever. And he said, well, I need to get on the show. How can I get on the show? Because I ain't been around. They drafted me. And I'm not, never been on Raw. And that's when Kofi uses his magic, since he's 17-year veteran. He can say, let's bring him on with us. He could be in the New Day or just be on the sideline as somebody to help out. And that's boom. That's when you click, realize he's about to be on the show. And as you get on the show, turn against him.
Man, it would be very interesting if they did that. They had Odyssey Jones be a heel and attack a New Day and take them out. The only issue there is, like I said last week with the introduction of Odyssey Jones, Raw has a lot of monsters. And Odyssey Jones may be one monster too many. Where we already have our Bronson Reed, he got unanimous Wrestler of the Week last week from us. He's the main monster on Raw. Everyone else take a back seat. It's the Bronson Reed show. I think it would be interesting to book another monster on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're both heels. And then, you eventually have monster versus monster. But I struggle. Like my instinct is Woods is the heel turn, right? That's what all the signs point to.
It does.
I kind of feel like it might be Kofi and Odyssey turn on Woods.
It should, but Kofi's not a great heel.
He's not a good heel at all.
Xavier would be better.
I definitely think Xavier Woods has the charisma to be a heel, where I think Kofi is just too likable. But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I kind of hope that we're just all completely wrong. I really hope they don't break up the New Day. I want them to stay together forever.
But at the end of the day, you got to look at this. Everybody going to remember the New Day as three people. Kofi, Woods, and Big E.
Bring Big E back. Just let him do the mic work. let's just do that.
I don't think they would.
Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Who does Bronson Reed attack this week? There's been no consistency. He took out Seth. Then he went for The Miz and R-Truth. What's next?
If I had to do it, I would say Bronson Reed is going to be in a handicap match against some, upcomer.
So they're definitely going to give him some of those.
Okay.
But I like the idea that Bronson Reed is like a tsunami and he can't be controlled.
Mm-hmm.
And his attacks make no sense, and they seem very, very random and very violent.
Oh, but if I had to pick, if you want to do it right, tonight would be the Monster versus Monster match.
Ooh.
Braun Strowman.
Nah, don't put him in there as Strowman.
Strowman.
Nah, because
Braun Strowman.
you're going to have to book Strowman to look weak.
No.
I'm going to make a prediction.
Okay.
I think Bronson Reed attacks Damian Priest tonight.
Mm.
And I think he takes Damian Priest out. In the main event, Jey Uso steps in for Damian Priest's place in that tag match. We use the monster to progress a different storyline.
I think it might work. It may work, but
It could work,
it's still,
right?
but it's kind of too close to the Bash at Berlin.
I know. That's why we're going to do it. We're going to take Damian Priest out of the picture for Bash at Berlin.
Then they should do it next week. Bash at Berlin next week, ain't it? Yeah, next week. Yeah.
Maybe. No, I think you're right. Nah. But it might happen eventually.
Okay.
You sent me something, and we'll get to it.
Okay.
We are going to also have Randy Orton at Raw tonight. So we'll see that confrontation with him and Gunther again. I mean, is there a case for Randy Orton to beat Gunther already?
Nah, not yet. I can't think of nothing.
I don't think so either.
Only thing I can think of is, what was it? I seen in this group of men that if Randy was to beat Gunther, he would be the only one in WWE history to hold the big gold WWE Heavyweight Championship and the new one.
He would be. Yeah. I do think he gets that title eventually. I just don't think he gets that title tonight. I mean, well, I'm sorry, at Bash in Berlin. I don't think he should take it off of Gunther.
Nah, they ain't gonna do it this year.
I'm hot with my pants on. I'm hot.
Girl, it is cold outside. You in the
Well, I'm hot.
All right, well, go put the shorts on, girl. Go put the shorts on. Go.
Shorts are always the answer.
I know.
We're gonna get Sheamus versus Pete Dunne.
Again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would imagine this ends in some sort of a DQ, no contest situation to give a reason for that to happen in Berlin also.
Yeah, I could see that.
We have a lot of folks in WWE right now, two names in particular on Raw. Well, three, actually, I guess. I'm going to say Randy's on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Calling out that they want that John Cena match. Drew McIntyre has said it. Randy Orton said it with Cody. And CM Punk has said it. Then Punk also mentioned he would like to have Austin. I'm going to ask you this question before we go on to talk about Mr. CM Punk.
Okay.
Who do you think they give John Cena first? What's the first program he works?
Okay, so first program, I would say, hands down, I would say Randy would be his last and final match. Hands down, that should be his last and final match. Randy,
Okay.
hands down, last, or even at WrestleMania, they could have a dream match at WrestleMania. That could be. That's what I do for Randy and Cena. Dream match WrestleMania.
Okay.
His first opponent. They need to start building up the new people in the group. And I would say his first opponent should be Braun Breaker because he never held the IC title. So he wants to go at the titles he never had. And that's the one he ain't never had with the IC. So I say his first major build-up star will be Braun Breaker.
Does Cena get the IC title off of Breaker?
I mean, it will be a dream because he'll be a Grand Slam champion, yes. But I think Cena at the point in life where he don't need the title. He just want to put people over. And that's what he's going to do. That would be Braun Breaker. And that'll show that, hey, Cena's not just here to be like, give me the title. He's going to put everybody over. So that would be my first. Braun Breaker.
I think that would be a good one. I don't have any idea who they should put with him first. I have no clue. I don't even have like a speculation. I can't. He said, according to Randy, he said, Cena's never pitched anything. He's not pitching anything for this. Whatever they give him, he's going to do. Mm-hmm. So we'll have to wait and see. Now, I don't know. It always comes to this. Always comes to talk about CM Punk's attitude. You sent me the clip from Busted Open this morning. I was listening to Busted Open this morning. I was going to call in to Busted Open and talk to those guys a little bit because they're linking things together that I don't know necessarily coincide. And one of the things Bully Ray said is something that I say, but he forgot the other part. He said numbers never lie. You see a steady decline in AEW after CM Punk's departure, and clearly those two things correlate because numbers never lie. Mm-hmm. But liars use numbers. Is there a decline in viewership? Sure. Yeah, those things exist. Do I think you can equate that to CM Punk? Not necessarily. I think some of those declines happened because Punk was there. Talk about like massive ratings for Punk whenever Collision debuted 2 years ago, or a year ago, whatever it was today. Well, this week, and Punk was the Punk show.
It was the Punk show.
But now he ain't there, and viewership's gone down, ticket sales have gone down. How much of that do you accredit to the departure of CM Punk, if anything?
I'm going to stick by what I said in the beginning. It's not about Punk. It's about it being on Saturday at 8 o'clock.
You did say it. You called it out the gate. You said Saturday 8 p.m. is a bad day.
I'm going to stick with that. Saturday 8 p.m. is really not the day for Collision.
Yeah, I do think you're right. It has proven to be factual that it is a bad slot. I've spoken about this before, but my wife and I, we went to the AEW shows in 2019, and the energy and the electricity that was felt, and the way Cody Rhodes and the Bucks and Kenny and everybody connected with the crowd. When Cody left, that energy left. Cody took that with him. Because you see it at WWE events now. There's a better connection with the crowd that didn't exist before. During that episode of Busted Open, Mark Henry started talking. And he seemed to be, in a way, speaking for other people who have been in AEW. And he took the opportunity to kind of speak for Cody Rhodes and talked about reasons Cody left. He said, do you think Cody left and went to WWE just to finish the story? And he said, no. He went because talking to a brick wall gets frustrating. I'm paraphrasing a little. He essentially said, that trying to talk about ideas and what should be happening in AEW was like talking to a brick wall. No one's listening. No one's taking advice. People aren't listening to those taking advice. And that could have been some of Punk's frustrations in AEW.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
Where would you think that would lie? Do you think that Tony Khan's not taking people's advice in AEW? That's what that... I mean, to me, Mark Henry's statement certainly implied that. The implications were Tony Khan doesn't listen. From my perspective of what Mark Henry is saying. He didn't come out and say that directly, but it's what I felt like that meant.
I would say, if you look at it like this, let's look at it like this. You got 3 people so far left AEW, going back to WWE.
Well, I mean, it depends on how you count that. We have Cody, Cena, Andrade,
Henry about to go.
Pillman Jr.
Henry about to come back.
Mark Henry's probably going to come back. We'll count him. Sean Spears.
There you go. Okay.
Well, I guess Pillman Jr. don't count because he wasn't there before, but he left and went there. So we're going to count leaving AEW and going WWE. And we got Ethan Page. Guess that.
Now, out of 7, majority of them said they're just sitting around getting a paycheck. Majority of them said they tossed ideas out. Some of them came back. Some of them got tossed to the side. Now, Mark Henry, perhaps, I say he only going back because his son got a deal, so he has a legit reason. And his contract was about to be up, so he has legit reason to go back.
Mm-hmm.
Spears, Page, Pillman Jr., if you want to toss them in there. They were on the show. They were like top stars for like the majority of the first 2 years they were on there. You seen them weekly. Then they just vanish. So what you got to do? You got a boss that said doing what his childhood dream was, start a business, start wrestling. And what he do what most people would do. You have your 6 top stars on the show every week. The 6 main people that everybody wants to see. I'm not going to say no name, but I'm not going to put them in order, but you got the 6 main stars that people always want to see on the show that drives the ticket sales. And then you got the other 5 that just like, they're good, they make cards, but we still need you to get beat up by the 6. And now look at it. The 5 they got kept getting beat up, they go on somewhere else. They got a little star power now. They're making a better name for themselves. If you want to say he still got the 10, but he doesn't do it like that no more. And now you got people that just absolutely want to work, get beat up, get hit them bumps, feel very proud of somewhere they're working at. And you got some that are happy that they can just 5 times out of the year take a bump and do whatever and just collect a good paycheck versus the ones that rather do 30 plus bumps a year and still get paid for it. Now, boss man, TK, he sees everybody, but he's mostly keeping his eyes on the top 6 that draws the money, that could main event, that could have like, hey, you are going against such and such. That clickbait, they see it, and bam, there you go. Now, is it a brick wall trying to tell your boss, hey, put me in this match, put me in this scene? It could draw money. It could work out. You could do a little storytelling about, I don't know, going after your son. People buy it. Or, hey, me and, I don't know, Tony Storm have a relationship, and people buy into that too. I'm just
weird that you book it that way, Joe.
I got to throw it out there. But the people that ain't working, I had to throw it out there. But yeah, but you just got a boss who listens, who tells everybody what they should do, get paid, benefits, give me the whole kick and boodle. But yet, he's not the brightest when it comes to ideal matches and how to end them. He just lets them do what they want to do. No strict rules, no nothing. And just go on with the show. So I understand where you get talking to a brick wall.
Yeah, I guess. And it does seem like perhaps AEW has gotten away from what the original vision was that Cody and the Bucks and Kenny had. Perhaps it's just more Tony Khan's hobby that we all get to watch. He's like a streamer. I've said this before. It's like someone streaming their favorite video game for people to check it out. I still enjoy AEW, much like everybody who is sensible want to see them be very successful. I think there's ebb and flows in pro wrestling. There's peaks and valleys for every promotion, and there's, I've always been. At times, I think we've had people call me hypercritical of AEW. And I've had moments where I felt like all I was doing was shitting on the product. But I'm honest. I call it like I see it. And I've had that same stance with WWE at times. It comes from a good place, not a place of negativity, but a positivity, because I needed AEW to happen. Like, WWE in 2018 was bad.
That was bad. That was like the worst year.
And I was still working to try to enjoy it. I needed AEW to come along. And I want them to be successful. I think I'm gonna put this question out there to our fans, YouTube, Spotify, anyone live on Instagram or watching the replay on Instagram. Has there been a point in time where AEW has been as bad as WWE was in 2018? I feel like, yeah. I think post-Punk injury. Post-Punk injury. That gap in between whenever he got hurt before he came back, I felt like that's pretty terrible AEW. It seemed like they just didn't have a plan. That's one question. My other question is, has there ever been a better year for pro wrestling than 2024? Is this currently the best year? Think of everything that's happened, and it's only August.
I would say I'll say it's end of 2022 to now has been the best year for wrestling.
Yeah, it's been just a good time frame to be a fan. I made a prediction earlier in the show that I want to change.
Okay.
I predicted that Bronson Reed attacks Damian Priest. I think that could happen. Maybe next week. Tonight, Bronson Reed attacks Pat McAfee.
See, I was thinking about Pat, but
Pat's going to be leaving for a while.
Leaving,
Yeah. I think Bronson Reed attacks Pat McAfee tonight.
Just to have a good write-off so he can be off the show for college football.
Yep.
That's not bad. I can see that.
Before we get out of here, Joe, just a big shout-out. Prince Nana Coffee. Promo code Don't Say the F Word, save 10%. Shout out to the Sticker Lounge. Promo code Podcast 15 because, you can't have the same promo code everywhere. Save yourself 15% on your sticker orders. What time's that bell ring tonight for the first match, Joe?
I'm going to go with what's been going on lately. 8:18.
Good time frame there, honestly. Just to split, I'm going to say 8:10.
Okay.
I don't think we need a big video package today. I think we're going to get right to some matches.
Yeah, I don't see nothing. I can't think of nothing being open, so I'll say 8:18.
Well, Joe, we were all very happy your daughter had a good first day of first grade.
It was.
That's very exciting. We're very excited to see how you end up doing her hair.
Well, actually, about that, y'all. Okay. So her hair. I pay my friend's kid to do her hair for me, and my friend, her daughter, all she really wants is either Chipotle or Raising Cane. So
Nice.
So I got a Raising Cane last night, and she was happy as that kid was happy seeing that Raising Cane. She devoured that. So I said, "Thank you for doing her hair." So
I've never eaten a Raising Cane's.
Oh, okay. If you get it, you gotta get the sauce. That sauce they got is so good.
Yeah. I've never been there. Maybe one day. Who knows? Thank you, everyone, for checking us out live on Instagram. Now live on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, wherever you found us. Thank you. But you should follow us live on Instagram because it's better to be live. You can be in the comments, give us your opinions, share your thoughts. Later on this week, I will be live on Instagram, interview with some of the folks from Magicians on Mission. They go around, they perform magic shows for our troops on base and deployed. So that's pretty cool. We hear a little bit more about their nonprofit.
Okay.
And Joe and I will be back on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
We will be previewing Dynamite. We'll be recapping Raw. Who knows? We're getting closer to All In, so be interesting to see what they have on deck for Dynamite. And tomorrow, the fam will be at Cedar Point. So if you're at Cedar Point tomorrow, keep your eye out. You might find a sticker laying around somewhere.
There you go. Oh, I got one thing to say before the show goes off. I'm just going to say it right now just to get it out the way. If Bronson Reed pulls off a good stunt tonight, make it very impact like he did last week, I'm just going to say my hassle right now, y'all. I'm going to say that's my 2-time wrestler of the week, okay?
You think he can go back-to-back?
I think he can go back-to-back.
Have you had anyone go back-to-back for you?
Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Braun Breaker was back-to-back.
You did Braun Breaker back-to-back. Man, if he gets double Wrestler of the Week from both of us back-to-back, he'll be the first one to do that.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. My prediction is he takes out Pat McAfee. That's my prediction tonight. So we'll see. Only time will tell. Raw starts in a couple hours, everyone. Drop your comments. Let us know your predictions. We'll be back on Wednesday. Thank you, Joe. We're out.
Out it.